Cartel leader El-MENCHO was killed by security forces in Mexico, and his death has set off a wave of violence across the state of Jalisco. Jalisco is basically seeing a reign of terror and revenge descend upon him right now. He was one of the most wanted cartel bosses in the world, and they finally got him in a military operation in Jalisco today. But almost immediately after the announcement of his death, armed forces of his people started swarming Jalisco, creating chaos. There have been reports of vehicles set on fire and blocked highways. These armed forces have also clashed with security forces in Jalisco and other states like Michoacan and Sinaloa. So as you can tell, this man was extremely protected, and his death probably sent shockwaves throughout the cartels. Probably sent a little fear to his enemies as well, because they're probably next. At the moment, the United States Embassy has issued a safety warning to all American citizens in Mexico, telling them to please stay indoors because of all the violent activity happening. But one thing's clear, El-MENCHO's death is one of the biggest anti-narcotics victories in decades.
We got news that El-MENCHO, the leader of CJHG, the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, was killed in a Mexico military operation. Sounds like they went in to get him, and there was a gunfight that ensued. A handful of cartel members were killed. I think a few federal troops, Mexican federal troops, were killed as well. And El-MENCHO was killed as they were trying to move him to Mexico City. The country erupted. You started to see, I think they're called like cartel blockades, where they just burn trucks in the middle of the road, kind of trying to attract attention away from an area, and gunfights like across the country. And it's still going today. It doesn't look like it's escalated more, but it hasn't stopped from what I can tell. The U.S. was not directly involved, but it does look like the U.S. provided intelligence to one of the more elite units that we have trained and equipped and are partnered with pretty closely.